Now, the next part is, what do I do when I want to make a sale? See, now it's not about me. Now it's about the product.
Right.
Now I can help push a product because people know me and they're like, Dan has something, and I've sold that way. I've sold where it's like, I'm Dan, I got this thing, I'm just doing this stuff, and then people buy or they come to the show or something happens. But when you want to reach and drill down to the client, then I'm gonna do a call to action. It's gonna be a paid ad, and I'm gonna get to the right person who's ready to buy this thing.
Right, which is important where you put the ad. Because if you have a certain buyer in mind for this product, you know who that buyer is, and you're going to make the marketing choices that make sure you get to that exact person you just described.
Correct. And like in your case, it's not going to be the actual end collector. It might be the broker.
Yeah, the broker.
It might be the
art brokers.
Correct. It might be the agent. It might be the PR cabinet. It might be the manager.
Covers. Yeah, some rock album covers. Like, I knew rock bands might enjoy some of my imagery for their album covers.
Sure.
So we started marketing to that particular industry, right?
Yeah.
And we got some business out of that.
There you
go.
go.
And strictly because we knew our audience would kind of feel this imagery.
Right.
So there you go.
Right. And it could also be curators for a particular building. So in Atlanta, we have Coca-Cola, Home Depot, Georgia Power, UPS. We have these large corporations, Noel brands, and so then you may want to reach the CEO, but maybe you reach the curator for the building.
Right.
So the end user sometimes is not the one you're looking for. It's the one who has the buying power.
Right.
And so you target your ad. You may say, for me, I'm an illustrator. Then my targeting ad is the art director, the creative director,
right,
the producer. That's who I want my work to be seen by, so they can hire me.
Right.
That's the call. So that's the customer. That's the end user I want, and the result I want is sales.
Correct. That's the thing to do with the picture books. Picture books is no different. I mentioned Pinterest as a platform for this. I know when you do an ad or a campaign or a strategy, as you call it, you start implementing a strategy, obviously you can move into different platforms. But the audience for picture books, everybody thinks, picture books are for kids. Kids love picture books, but they don't have the wallet.
Right.
If you're trying to sell picture books, it's
right.
the parents, the librarians. Libraries are a huge market for that. School libraries, public libraries, things like that, right? And, of course, bookstores. But, those are not children buying the books. You want the children to be excited about the book. You want proof in the pudding when the kids hear the book or see the book or can even read the book. They're like, I love this book. I want to do it again and again and again and again and again. And then you build from there. But your initial demographic, like you said, is that buying customer. Who is your buying customer? Figure out who that is. And if you're trying to make money for whatever your product or whether it be a single product or just your brand, market to those particular people. And there's going to be different ways to get there.
And what you need to have is you need to have a database that has a list of all the people who bought your book.
Oh, yeah.
Because then they're the ones who are going to buy the second book.
I do that with fine art paintings. We have an email list. We keep a track of everybody who buys a painting from me.
Right, because they're the easier ones to sell to again, and you already have direct access to them.
We can also send them direct access incentives. So if we have something coming out that they've already bought some stuff, we can send them an incentive ad individually in that group, as opposed to having to do it out publicly.
Right. Right. And that's the thing. That's why paid ads are a way to go, because now it's targeted instead of just screaming it out in the wild. So what I started to say earlier was a bullseye. So here it goes. So you have the wild, which is just walk outside and say, hey, I'm an artist. Woo. Then there's artists all the time who do this, and they'll say things like, who wants to buy some art? Don't do that. They'll say, hey, I do graphic design, you should hire me. Who you talking to? You just posting weird stuff.
Right.
Okay, so that's the wild. All right, it gets maybe somebody looking around like,
that's a shot from the treetops.
Who's screaming that?
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with that person? Okay. Then you have the social media, right? So it's your identity. You're putting out a message, right? That's the big circle. It's the people who come into the social media. They'll see your profile. They might see you in a group somewhere posting something. They're like, right? That's the big circle. Then you have another circle. Now these are your friends and family who actually follow your notifications. Anytime you post something, they see it. It pops up.
Right.
And they did that on purpose. They clicked on the notification. They clicked on the bell. All right. They follow your YouTube channel and they clicked on the bell, and now they get a notification when you post something. They're like, oh, well, let me see what Miles is talking about. Right. They're on purpose. They are in your circle on purpose.
Right.
All right. Then
so we're getting smaller and smaller.
The circle's getting smaller.
I got you.
Now we have another circle where
you're like a dry erase board. Like
that's what I need. Right? I know. Yeah. I've done this before. So
can you tell you've done this before, right?
If those who follow me have seen it before, and if you've been to one of my talks, you've seen that.
I've actually seen it. I've done a class or two.
Okay, there you go. So then, we have the
friends and family.
The newsletter. The next circle is the newsletter.
I got you. Okay.
You see, because one day Facebook is gonna end.
Oh yeah.
All right. I've been watching a lot of Judge Judy. I watched Judge Judy. I'm a Judge Judy fan. And you see these episodes from way back, and people talk about MySpace. I'm like, whoa, this is an old episode. And I don't know if anybody has ever logged into MySpace in the past 6 months or a year, but that used to be hot.
Right.
It was sold for almost $1 billion.
It's still there.
It was $680 or $860 million when it was sold. So Facebook, Instagram, all that's going to end one day.
Right.
And what you're going to be left with is going to be that circle of people who opted into your email list.
Right. Your followers, people that actually...
People who want to get an email from you.
And they want direct access to you.
That's right. See, that circle's smaller now.
Oh, yeah.
Then it'll be inside of that circle, the email newsletter will be the people who click through the newsletter, through the email, through the link.
Right.
In the email.
So you're only talking 4 levels deep.
That's right. And those people are hitting your website.
Right. And
they're clicking through and saying, I'll buy that. That's the strategy you need. That's the steps in your strategy to get to that customer,
right,
to become a recurring customer.
Right. A repeat customer.
So that next time you send out an email blast or, a campaign or a MailChimp or whatever you want to call it, those people that have already bought the book, they see it's like, oh, there's a second book for Butterpup. I'll buy that.
Right.
I don't have any kids anymore. I don't care. I'll buy it.
Right. To support me.
To support you, or because right, or they'll have nieces, nephews, or they just want a complete collection.
Right.
Because they got 5 of them already.
Right.
So that's why you start strategizing. What are you saying? Who are you saying it to? How are you saying it so that you get people inside those circles?
Right.
That's it.
Your whole point is that it takes time. It's a moving target. You're going to have to adjust it as you go. And we talked about how to kind of track that a little bit. Mm-hmm. And you're not going to get the results you want just shouting from a tree top, so to speak.
No, it ain't going to happen.
It's the same thing when it comes to social media. You can't just jump on social media and just post something randomly and expect something to kind of come out of that. Mm-hmm. It could, but it's a shot in the dark. It's
a hit or miss.
Right.
It's a hit or miss. And so, it's shot in the dark. You at the rifle range. I was in the Marine Corps. You lived in the country. You shot rifles?
Oh yeah, guns, all kinds of guns. But I mean, I don't own a gun, but
right.
I was raised in the military.
Right. So well, I don't believe in guns. And I don't draw guns.
You had to. I had to.
And I don't draw guns anymore. But yes, you go to the range, you sit there and you aim. You aim on purpose. Otherwise, you're wasting a bullet.
Right.
And that's how you need to look at social media. Don't do a hit or miss. That's the worst thing you could do. Because let's say, and this happens, you put a post out that gets 1,000 likes, 500 new followers, but you don't have a call to action. There's no purpose to it. Hey, I'm eating a burger. I'm sitting right here with Miles. And then nothing happens out of that. Then the next post will be like, oh, yeah, I just finished a new painting. It's available for the first 500 collectors to get a print for free when they share this and only get 5 likes.
Right.
Well, if you had thought of what you were going to post and you're going to be careful in curating it, then you would not have posted that one that got 1,000 likes and would have posted this one. Maybe this one would have gotten 1,000 likes.
Right.
The one that had a call to action.